This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
The term system can be anything, either a desktop, laptop, or a tablet. When the term system hacking comes into play, it usually means the art of hacking a computer using some tools and techniques. So the question arises that how to hack a system or computer is probably one of the most frequently asked questions by most internet users and hacking enthusiasts. So now let's see what is system hacking. System hacking is itself a vast subject which consists of hacking the different software-based technologies systems such as laptop, desktop, etc. System hacking is defined as a compromise of computer system and software to gain access to the targeted computer and steal or misuse their sensitive information. Here the malicious hacker exploit the weakness in a computer system or network to gain unauthorized access to its data or take illegal advantage of it. Now let's see that how hackers perform system hacking. A hacker can hack the computer system because the hacker knows the actual work of computer system and software which is inside the system. For this, a hacker has information about the systems, networking, and knowledge of other areas related to computer science. Anyone which is using a computer and is connected to the internet is susceptible to the threat of malicious hackers. These online villains generally uses viruses, malwares, trojan, worms, phishing techniques, email spamming, social engineering, exploit operating system vulnerabilities or port vulnerabilities to get access to any victim system. So now the question arises that what can these hackers do using after compromising the system? When your PC gets connected to the internet, the hacker can execute the malware on your PC and quietly transmits the personal, financial and essential information without your knowing consent. These hackers can blackmail the victim for the money by stealing their sensitive information from the computer, which you don't want to reveal. After compromising the victim system, the hacker can do these many things like ruin the victim's data by deleting the file, steal files and folders, hijack victim's username and password, steal money and credit card details while the victim is doing e-marketing or online transactions, sell victims' information to third parties who may use the information for illegal purposes, create traffic to shut down your website, to access to the server and manipulating the file and program, etc. So these many things hackers can do after compromising your system. So this is all about what is system hacking. In the upcoming videos, we are going to see how to perform system hacking in your own virtual environment. Now in this video, we are going to learn about what is Veil Evasion tool. So this tool will be very helpful in creating the payloads. So Veil Evasion is a tool used to generate payloads that bypass traditional antivirus products during offensive security engagements, stimulating a genius attack. If a malicious attacker manages to compromise the Veil Evasion instances, they could potentially gain access to client networks being accessed and tested by the offensive security professional with a disastrous result. So now let's understand what is Veil Evasion and how does it work. So Veil Evasion is a tool designed for penetration testers and red teams or to the hackers to stimulate bypasses of common antivirus products. Tools like these are of very high value of offensive security professionals, as they can be used to emulate a more persistent attacker who will try to bypass an AV system through trial and error. Without a tool such as Veil Evasion, offensive security engagements would take longer and cost a good deal more. Veil Evasion can work on existing executables or simply create a wide range of payloads with shell code added to them. The majority of cases use a shell code based method, as the resulting payload has a better chance of evading antivirus systems. Considering that a tool like this is used by professionals organizations to stimulate an attack by adversaries, it would make sense to allow a user to automate the generation of a payload from a central location. This allows it to be integrated into attack workflows, which lets offensive security professionals work more efficiently. One feature made available by Veil Evasion is a remote procedure call, which is also called as RPC, for automating the generation of payload. Those creating the malware using this RPC, though it is not accessed during the actual use of the malware, and the malware itself does not contact with RPC. So this is the brief introduction about the Whale Evasion tool. In the next video, we are going to see how to install Whale Evasion into your Kali Linux operating system. In the last video, we have learned about what is Whale Evasion tool. In this particular lesson, we are going to see how to install Whale Evasion tool into our Kali Linux operating system. So for that, you need to open your favorite web browser and enter here Whale Evasion and press enter. So after entering, as you can see here, the first link github.com, you just need to click on this particular link and it will open the page of Whale Evasion tool. As you can see here, this is all about Whale Evasion tool. If you want to read it, you can read it also, but in this lecture I am going to show you how to install this particular tool into your Kali Linux operating system. So for that, you need to tap on this particular button and you need to just copy this and get back to your terminal window. So here you need to just see in which particular directory you are working on. So I am currently on root directory, so I am going to change this to option directory, so that I am going to install this particular tool here. So let's see what is inside it. Nothing is inside this particular directory, so I have copied this particular link and now I am going to git clone into my system. For that, I need to give command git clone and paste the link here. And one more thing that I am going to do, and before doing that, just hit enter. So after enter, you can see here it is started cloning this particular file into your computer system. It will take some time. It depends upon your internet speed, how much time it's gonna take. So my internet speed is like this, so it will not take more time. So as you can see here, this tool, everything about this tool, about installation, its description, in which particular operating system it works, each and everything is given here. If you want to learn, if you want to read, you can read from here and then you can install it also from here. But now let's see, it is completed with 21%, so let's pause the video till the completion of this. So as the process has been completed, so now let's install this Whale Evasion tool into our Kali Linux machine. So for that, we need to get into our option directory and just ls it, and as you can see here, the download of Whale Evasion tool has been successfully completed. So now we are going to get inside this Whale Evasion tool. So now let's do ls. So as you can see, these many files are inside this particular tool. So we are going to get into the setup file because we need to install it. For that, setup, press enter. So as you can see here, we are inside the setup file. So for just installing it, we need to type setup.sh and -c and press enter. So it will automatically start installing it into your particular operating system. So you can wait till the completion of this. It will take some time. Now we have successfully installed Whale Evasion tool into our Kali Linux machine. So now it's time to see how it looks like. So first of all, you need to open your terminal window, and in terminal window you need to type whale for opening this particular framework, and after clicking enter, you can see here this kind of interface in just front of you. So as you can see here from the starting, that it is the 3.1.14, it is the version number of the Whale Evasion tool, and it is a framework actually. It contains two tools inside it, and the name of them is Evasion and Ordnance. So in the down you can see that these are the available command that we can use using this particular framework, inside this particular framework. So now exit means completely exit Whale. And info means information on a specific tool, and list means list available tools, and option means show wheel configuration. Update means update wheel. It is very important tool, so with the time you should update it. And use command will be helpful in using the particular tool. Just like suppose I'm going to, first of all I'm going to list the list so that I can see the number of tools that are inside this particular framework. So we have two tools. First one is evasion and the second one is ordnance. So what these each tool means: so evasion is just a tool which will create backdoors for us, and ordnance is a tool which will create a shell code so that we can quickly interact with our payload and exploit. And with the help of this particular shell code we can exploit the vulnerability. So this is how it looks like, and the most in this course we are going to use this evasion tool. So now let's see what evasion tool contain inside it. So use 1 and press enter. As you can see, we are inside the whale evasion menu. It contains 41 payloads inside it, and these many commands we can use inside this particular tool. So we have back, check wait, and clean, exit, info, list, use. So now it's time to see how many payloads it contains. It is containing 41 payloads. So now it's time to see how they looks like. So first of all we are going to just list the payloads, and after pressing enter, as you can see, these many payloads it contains inside it. And in this course we are going to use this particular payload. So as you can see that it contains 3 sections separately. So what each section means: so first of all you can see that Go is nothing but a programming language in which this particular payload is coded on. And Metapeter is just a module that is inside the metasploitable framework, which is used for interacting with the payload and our backdoor. Now what is reverse https.python? It is nothing but, as you can see that, as you all are well aware that if you want to connect with any particular system, if there is a firewall at that end, so if you are doing some malicious activity, so firewall can block you. So reverse https.py will do that whenever you will deliver your payload to that target machine. When target machine owner will double click on that particular payload, or it will download that particular payload. So after downloading it will automatically start connecting with us. So the connection will be from their end, not from our end. So the connection will be from their end, so there will be no problem of catching. And HTTP is just nothing but it is a port number which is for 443, and it is written on Python. So this is all it looks like. So in the next video we are going to see how we can create a undetectable backdoor. So it will be very easy for us to just get inside any particular machine, window, anything. So this is all for this lecture, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching this video. So before creating the backdoor, we need to understand how antivirus works. So for understanding the antivirus, let's see. This is your antivirus. This is the database of antivirus, and this is the file that antivirus is gonna scan for the virus. So this is the antivirus, okay, and this is the file. So now let's understand how does it work. So in antivirus, it contains a large database of signatures. Signatures are those which are inside these particular harmful files. Suppose that it is a malicious file, okay, it contains some kind of signatures, and the antivirus also contains large database of signatures. So whenever antivirus scans any particular file, so what it will do, it will just simply see what signature in this file, if any signature in this file is matching to their database signature, and if it matched, then this antivirus will detect it as a malware or any virus. So this is how it is. A very simple thing. It is very simple view how antivirus works. It is simple. It contains a large database of signatures that viruses contain, and if any signature of that particular file is matched with the database inside the antivirus, so it will detect it as a malware, trojan, virus, anything else. Okay, so this is how antivirus works. So now let's understand that how we can create the payload for the backdoor or a payload for the target machine. So for that you need to open your whale evasion tool by just pressing here and hit enter. So after entering, we need to see the list of the tools we have inside this framework. So we have two tools. So now I'm going to type use one and hit enter. Use one and hit enter. So now as you can see that we have these many payloads with us. So as we have seen that we have to use that number of particular payload in the 15 number. So now we are going to type here use 15 and hit enter. So after hitting enter, as you can see here, these many things needed to be completed. Okay, so here are some things that is very important to complete, which one of them is lhost, lport, sleep, and one more thing is processors. So now let's set the lhost. So what is lhost? Lhost is nothing but it is the, what we can say, it is the IP address of your machine. So why do we need to use lhost? So for understanding the use of lhost, let's suppose that if it is the target machine and this is the attacker machine, when you send your payload into this particular machine, then if someone just clicked on this particular payload, so it will start connecting with your device, and for connecting with your device it needs something to connect with your device, so it needs IP address. Okay, so that's why we need to set here lhost, which is an IP address. Okay, so now we understand that how it works, why we need to set lhost. So for seeing the IP address, what we need to do is we need to simply open new terminal and type here ifconfig, so that we can see the IP address of our device. So I am having IP address 10.0.2.6. So now I'm gonna copy it and let's get back to our main terminal. So I'm going to paste it here. So this is my IP address that I'm going to, I think it is not working. Okay, so now I'm going to press enter. So my lhost has been set. So now it's time to set our lport. So lport I'm going to use 8080. Now I will tell you later why I'm using 8080 lports. Okay, so now I'm going to use 8080. So now I'm going to press enter. So now as you can see here, we need to also set processors and sleeps. So these are not very important terms, so I'm not going to explain you very deeply what is processors and what is sleep. Processor simply means minimum number of processors you want to give to this particular payload, and sleep simply means how much time you want it to just active. And for processor I'm going to type processors and I'm going to give it 1, and for the sleep I'm going to give it suppose 6 and hit enter. So now I think it is completed. So now I want to see that is it completed or not. I did something, I did one mistake here. So now let's find out what is the mistake. Now press enter. As you can see that it is not completed because it is showing that you need to use set command for setting anything. So for that I need to add set before any particular thing. Okay, lhost 10.0.2.06 and now set lport, which is 8080, and now set processors. Okay, processors 1 and set sleep to 6 and hit enter. Now let's see it is updated or not. So as you can see here, we have successfully updated our needed things. So my L host is this, L port is this, and processor that I'm going to give it 1 and the sleep is 1. So now I'm in confusion that let's check my IP address again, so that 10.026 yes, it is correct. So now as you can see here, we have completely done our this work. So now I'm going to type generate and hit enter. So what it will do, it will just asking to me that please enter the base name for the output file. So I'm going to give it reverse https 8080 and hit enter. So now let's see how much time it will take. So it is starting building our backdoor. It will take some time. It depends upon your system configuration. And as you can see here, our hit enter to continue. So as you can see here, this is our file. Our payload has been completed. So now let's get the wider view. So this is our path where our payload is being saved. So now let's copy it so that we can use it for the upcoming works. So this is how we can create payload. So in the next video, we will be seeing that how we can check our payload bypassing antiviruses or not. Hello guys, welcome back to another lecture of this course. In this lesson, we are going to see how to create a platform where we can listen to the incoming connection from the backdoor. In the last video, we have created an undetectable backdoor using the Valley Vision. So now in this lesson, we are going to see how to listen to the incoming connection from the backdoor. So first of all, we need to understand how our backdoor gonna work. So whenever you send, suppose this is the attacker machine and this is the target machine. Okay, so now we send a backdoor to it, and whenever backdoor is delivered to this particular target machine, the user that is in the user end will double click on this, so automatically it will start connecting with us. It will automatically start sending incoming connection to us. So it is very important for us to create a platform where we can listen what the incoming connection coming from this particular end. So in this video, we are going to set the platform for our backdoor so that we can easily communicate with our backdoor without having any trouble. So let's start with. So we are going to use MSF console. It is a very huge framework that is made for the penetration testers. So for opening this particular framework, you just need to type MSF console. It is pre-installed in Kali Linux so that you can easily get into it, and hitting enter. So after hitting enter, it will take some time because it is a huge framework. It will take some time, and we are going to use multi-handler so that we can easily communicate with our backdoor. So it will take some time. As you can see here, is starting the Metasploit framework console. Multi-handler is a module that is inside the MSF console. So now here we can use some commands so that we will get inside the multi-handler. So for opening multi-handler, you need to type here. As before using multi-handler, as you can see here, it contains inside it 2449 exploits. These are the auxiliaries and these are the ports. So as you can see here, this is, now I did something wrong here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here. So okay, for using multi, you can type here use and exploit. This is the path of multi-handler and handler, and hit enter. So as you can see that it is showing me using configured payload TCP. Okay, so as you can see here, we are inside the multi-handler payload inside the module. Okay, so now For using multi-handler, you need to type here show option and hit enter. Okay, so options and hit enter. As you can see here, we have module options, we have L port, L host, each and everything here. So as you have remembered that the name of our exploit was different from this, so firstly we need to change the name of our exploit. So for that we need to do same as value evasion. So now type set and select payload. Now I'm going to name our payload Windows Meterpreter Reverse HTTPS. There is nothing new about this because this was the name of our payload. So as you can see that it is using TCP, but our payload was using port number 443, which was HTTPS. So this is all done. Now it's time to hit enter. As you can see here, our payload has changed. So now let's see it has changed or not. So now our payload name is here. Okay, so now it's time to set the L host and L ports. So L host is nothing but our IP address. So for seeing the IP address, we need to get into another cell, and here we need to type if config and hit enter. As you can see, this is my IP address. You can see in your system by using this particular command. So 10.0206, this is my IP address. So I am going to set my IP address L host. My IP address is 10.0206 and hit enter. Now it's time to set L port. So as you have remembered that the port that we have used is 8080. So now set L port 8080 and hit enter. Now let's see our options. So as you can see that this is the name of our payload, this is our IP address which is L host, and this is our L port. So now all the basic necessary things we did. So now it's time to type here exploit so that we can exploit our payload. So as you can see here that it will take some time and it will start listening to our payload. So as you can see that it started HTTPS reverse handler on HTTPS, this particular IP address. So whenever, let's suppose whenever our payload get into the target machine, when double click on this, it will ultimately send the incoming connection to us, and after double clicking, this particular connection will be listened by this particular multi-handler. So this is how it works. In the next lecture, we are going to see how we can exploit this particular payload and how we can listen to this. So this is all for this lecture, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching this video. So now we are listening to the incoming connection from the backdoor side, but it is needed to send backdoor into the target machine. So what we will be going to do is, suppose this is the target machine, this is our Kali Linux machine, and this is our payload. So what we will be doing is, Kali Linux comes with a server which is Apache. So what we will do, we will upload this particular backdoor in our Apache server and send the link or the IP address to the target machine, so that whenever target machine will reach to this particular IP address, it will download it. Then after downloading it, it will inside the target machine, and whenever user will double click it or open it, it will start connecting with us. So this is how we are going to do is, so we are going to upload this particular file in our Kali Linux server, and we will be sending, actually in this video I am going to do each and everything with my own, because this is the basic way. With the help of that, we can send a file or backdoor to the target machine. So this is for the tutorial reasons. So now what we will do is, it is listening to our backdoor. So get inside the what we will do is we will upload that particular backdoor into our Apache server. Okay, so for that you need to get inside the file system, open the var directory, www.html. Here you can see 2 files in your case and in my case also. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the path of my backdoor. So I'm inside the var directory. Now I will navigate to library, whale, output, compile, and this is my payload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder named as danger and hit enter. So this is my folder. I'm going to save this particular payload inside my danger folder so that I can navigate to it very easily. So now my payload is inside the danger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my Apache server. So for that I need to open a new window. Here I'm going to type service Apache to start. So after hitting enter, as you can see that it is not showing any kind of error. That means it is successfully loaded. Now we are inside our Windows 10 machine. So these 2 machines are connected with the NAT network. So I'm going to enter my IP address here and let's see it is working or not. So 10.0.2026 and 0.6 and / and hit enter. So now it will start loading this particular IP address. So this is the IP address of our website. So as we can see this, it is perfectly working. So what we will do is we will get into the path of our payload. So we have installed our payload in the file name danger. Now hit enter. As you can see that we are inside our danger folder and we have this backdoor. So I'm going to click on this enter and I'm going to save it. Now let's see. Now let's click on run. So now after clicking on that particular file, as we are getting back to our Kali Linux machine, so let's see it is working or not. So we are inside of a Kali Linux machine. As you can see that it is started listening to our payload. Now let's see is it working or not. So I'm going to give a very simple command, that is sysinfo, and hit enter. So as you can see that it is working very perfectly. So the computer name is this, operating system that I'm using is Windows 10, architecture is 64, this is the language, this is the domain, 2 users are logged in. So this is how you can get inside this particular this is how you can just listen to your backdoor. In the upcoming lecture, when we are doing the post exploitation, we are going to see how we can take advantage of this particular backdoor. So this is all for this lecture, and thank you for watching this video.